What are you talking about, Yulissa? Haven't you heard? Yvette's changed her ways. She's with Keith Burke and is supposedly committed to him. That doesn't sound weird to you, does it, Nichelle? Heidi, how come the entire world now knows that you are creeping behind my son's back with Commissioner Burke? Yvette, funny running into you here. I'll do you a favor and get out of your way, Nichelle. No, you won't. I actually have something to ask you. Thanks for letting me stop by. Did you call me over here to speak about the scandal my family is facing? I didn't, but how are you holding up, Max? It's definitely embarrassing knowing that the whole world found out that my mom couldn't stay faithful to my dad. But if you didn't call me here to speak about that, then why did you need to speak with me in person? Because I've got an update to share with you. I think you deserve to know that the stalker came here the other day. What can I do for you, Gwendolyn? Don't play dumb with me. I don't think I could even if I tried. Stop it, Pacho. How could you? You promised that you wouldn't tell anyone that D.A. Russo and Commissioner Burke had an affair. I'm surprised that you're out of the house so soon after Dr. Murphy exposed you and Finnegan. Your uncle is currently cleaning up the mess this family is in, but we wouldn't be in this mess if it weren't for Quinlan. What could you possibly have to ask me? I've been told that you're dating Keith Burke. What does that have to do with you, Nichelle? Are you sleeping with him? Again, why is that any of your business? Because I don't see you dating a guy and not hooking up with him, just like you hooked up with Zeke when I first started dating him. What? The stalker came here? Are you okay, Vanessa? I'm still a bit shaken up, but I'm fine. He didn't hurt me, Max. Thank God. What did the stalker look like? He was definitely smaller than I imagined. The issue is that he's creepier than I ever could have dreamed. He wore this dark hoodie and covered his face with a white mask. It was the creepiest thing I've ever seen in my life. All he did was stare at me. I'm so sorry that you had to go through that, Vanessa. This is all my fault. Don't blame yourself for the stalker's actions. You had nothing to do with this. I'm more responsible than you think. I don't understand. A little while back, I saw the stalker. I did keep my word, Quinlan. As for Dr. Murphy, she had every right to share her story. Cut the crap. You know you used what I told you in confidence as a weapon. I'm still trying to figure out what you're so upset about. You weren't on the news program. Most of all, D.A. Russo got exactly what she deserved coming after both of us. And you think that she'll just let this slide? You don't think that she'll figure out another way to keep coming after us, Pacho? I can't believe you. Scratch that. I shouldn't be surprised. Of course you would blame Quinlan just like you blame her for everything that goes wrong in your life. Maybe you should learn to take accountability for your actions, Mom. I have taken responsibility for my actions, Ben, and I've been paying the consequences ever since. Now I might lose my position as district attorney, and you have no one else to blame but yourself. Are you sure about that? Do you honestly believe that the woman you adore so much didn't have a hand in this at all? That's all in the past now. You're right, it is in the past. But it doesn't erase the fact that it happened. Just like you mentioned, I'm with Keith now. Zeke doesn't even cross my mind, Nichelle. And the fact that you're dating Keith just seems so random. All of a sudden you want to settle down with a guy like him? What do you really want from him, Yvette? You saw the stalker? Where? After I stopped by Ben's office. When I walked out, the stalker followed me. Once I turned around, I saw him standing there, holding a knife. A knife? Just like you experienced, he just stood there. Just when I thought he was gonna end my life, he walked right past me. I was relieved that God allowed my life to be spared. Max, this is crazy. Why didn't you call the police? I called Ben right away. That's when we both agreed to let the police know about the picture he left of my Aunt Elvira's crime scene photos. But Ben's got everything under control. Does he? Because the stalker is still out there. He can come back to this house and make me end up like your late aunt. He does have it under control, Vanessa, because he was able to prove that Keith's been stalking you. I'm not worried about D.A. Russo. What's she gonna do to me? Besides, I won't let her do anything to you. After what she pulled, Pacho, I don't find comfort in your words. They mean nothing to me. I'm 100% sure that the Russos are getting ready for damage control. They're gonna paint me as a homewrecker and do whatever it takes to ruin my career. Quinlan wouldn't work behind the scenes when it comes to a story like this. Would you have supported her if she was front and center? Your affair with Finnegan being exposed affects Max. Of course, I wouldn't have approved Quinlan having any part in this publicly. Exactly. Which is why I'm convinced that Quinlan encouraged Pacho to get Terry to expose the affair months after she found out about it. Why else would she just speak about the affair out of the blue? Alright, I can't deny that it was pretty random for Terry to discuss it on national television. It wasn't random, Ben. You know that this was calculated. Keith is a sweet guy who makes me happy. I hope so, because if you're using Keith to act like you're not eyeing Zeke, then you'll be sorry, Yvette. This again, Max? Alright then. What sort of proof does Ben have that Keith is stalking me? Like I said, we can't even get the police involved, which means that if Vanessa knows that Keith is her stalker and she starts acting differently around him, then it would only place her in even more danger. I can't share the details, but you've got to trust me. After you hid something so major from me, look, I praise God that you're not hurt, but I'm sorry, Max. It's kinda hard to trust you at the moment. I think you should leave. I get that you lost some trust in me. Some, but I promise that your job will be safe. Can you say the same about my reputation? I'm sure that the public will be more concerned about your journalistic work rather than what goes on in your private life, Quinlan. Funny you mentioned my private life. What about Ben? How do you think Ben will react when he finds out that I told you what his mother did, causing the whole world to see her as a skank? Quinlan wouldn't hide something this major from me. Never. She wouldn't even tell you that she was sleeping with your father, Ben. What went on between Quinlan and Dad is over now. I got over it, and so should you. How can I ever get over it when she's still keeping secrets from you? She doesn't get any grace from me when she's clearly bringing more heartache to our family.